All right, we're trying this again. I noticed that Facebook has a completely different new environment right now. So I'm going to allow people, I guess, to jump in here and ask some questions. And I'm also inviting GORD to be part of this conversation. All right, so let's see if he hops in here. Thanks. Hi, Suzanne. Nice to see you. Suzanne Volker from Washington, D.C. Colleen Martin, my friend from here in the Northwest. Claudia Odenthal from Bonn, Germany. Dina Malzer from East Coast, my New York, Long Island friend. Maddie Norton, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Laura Madrid, it's nice to see you guys. We're hitting all corners of the world, which is nice. In a moment, I'm hoping to get GORD DEPPE in here. And it's going to be pretty sad if Maddie Rocks in the house. Yeah, if I answer a whole bunch of questions about GORD DEPPE and ask questions to myself, it's going to be funky to hear my answers and not his. So I tried to do a little Zoom conference. We're going to do a Zoom shared Facebook Live, and Facebook and Zoom were talking to each other very nicely. I just had an endless spinning circle. So we're going to try this on Facebook. This is the first attempt. Hi, Paige Givelli. Nice to see you. Melinda Hall. Good to see you guys. Fantastic. I'm glad you can hear me, Loke. Good to see you. Mark Hadley. Jersey in the house. Dina Malzer. Nice. All right, I'm still looking for GORD DEPPE, though. He's the star of the show. Hey, Ernie Wall. Nice to see you, buddy. You know what we might end up doing is talk to GORD on the phone and hold my phone up here. So, Andrew Clowder. Nice to see you, buddy. I'm not sure who just texted me, but I think it's somebody in Vegas. So let's do this. We're going to call GORD right here on the phone and see what happens. Yeah, Pat Flanagan just said I sound much better and look better. Yeah, Facebook had a new streaming. Hi, GORD DEPPE. How you doing?
Good. I got you on phone, but how do I get you on the screen here?
Yeah, so I just tagged you in a Facebook Live conversation. I'm hoping you can accept that conversation. Jump in. I should be able to invite you into the video here.
Should turn the phone off then, or?
Yeah, but I just figured I'm calling you. We're talking to you right now in my phone.
Okay.
Well, are you on the thread as well?
Very well. It's really hard to hear.
Should be able to hear me better now.
Yeah, but I could see you. I could see you sitting there. I just you couldn't see me. So how do I join?
Let's see. When I invited you, you should be able. It should allow you to be right here on my screen. This is the way it had been. Facebook may have just changed things today.
Where does it say invite or join or?
Let's see.
Where do I join? I've been putting notices up on the thing.
Have you in the feedback in the chat?
Yeah.
I'm not even seeing your chats, which is unfortunate because everybody else gets to here. Hi, Mike Vaughn.
Yeah, I see other people's and I see mine.
Let's see. You guys are seeing GORD all right? I'm not seeing him anywhere. Maybe, I wonder if we're having an international issue, or perhaps Facebook knows that the two of you, like you and I together, is too much for Facebook to handle. So this is
I can see
this.
you and I can see my post coming up.
All right. Hi, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Troy Patrick Farrell. Excellent. Drummer buddy. Oh, I have to close out for the invite to come back. So once you close your GORD, close your Facebook and try and pop back in again. See if I can join you again.
Okay.
Excellent. I've got Kayvon Zahedi from Toronto Majesty. All right. Troy's got a picture that he took with my phone one time. Troy, you want to tell what that picture is? I'm afraid to even ask.
I can't even get rid of it.
Johnny Matusiak, beautiful man. He's on here as well. So this is good. Thank you for being the pilot tester here. Derek Giles, all sorts of Torontonians. This is nice. Derek, do you consider yourself a Torontonian? I know you're not really in Toronto necessarily, but a lot of friends from Ontario. So hey, while we get GORD logged in here, and his sound guy and tour manager says that Gord is not that good with tech. So um, Matt Norton, I'm running this live through Facebook right now. Facebook Live's standard Facebook Live streaming, but thanks TPF. I appreciate the heads up on the picture. I think I know what it is now. So hopefully we get Gord in here. Gord jumped in. He says he's here, so I got that. Now I'm trying to invite him into the conversation. So I want to see if I can get him here on the video. Let's see. Everybody's waving at you, Gord. That's nice. Right. You know what? I'm wondering. I bet you Facebook is not allowing shared streams right now, which is it's unfortunate because I wanted this to be a great conversation that we can talk. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call you back, and we're gonna talk on the phone, and you can just watch me talk to Gord on the phone. This is gonna be this is funny, but I have all these people that ask questions about you. Okay, so Gord, I'm calling you back. Here we go. He knows. All right. Hi, Greg Craycraft. Nice to see you. All right, Gord Depp. Here, let's do this.
You can see my post coming up, though, right?
I can now. Yeah, once you logged out. So look at this. It's like Gord's.
But there was no invitation to join or anything. So I didn't see that.
I think Facebook changed their system, Gord. So here I'm having you talk on the phone with me, and
Okay.
and we're gonna have a conversation here.
All right.
Because there's all sorts of stuff that people have been asking me. This is cool. So, as Judy Smith says, we have nothing but time. So, all of my buddies that are local are just privy to some of the Facebook Live shares that I've done when you and I are on the road, and they know how much I sort of appreciation I have for you, but they don't know the behind the scenes story with Gord Depp. So a lot of you Canadians, you already know the band The Spoons, but if you're from any place else in the world and you hadn't heard of The Spoons yet, Gord, you want to give me just a quick rundown of first Spoons, and then maybe that first interaction of how Spoons and A Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah. It's so funny you say that. That's one of the main things I miss about playing together is that connection we have on stage. We usually got more of that than everybody else. We're like, sort of saying hi to each other and smiling and enjoying the crowd. And that's the only thing I haven't been able to do yet is catch a drumstick. I can't master that one yet.
It's tossing it back that's the trick, man.
It's hard to play guitar and catch a drumstick at the same time. So
Amateur.
It's dangerous. So
you're an amateur.
I get knocked a little from Mike if I miss a chord or something.
That's right.
Yeah, but actually, Spoons have been around just as long as Flock of Seagulls. We started in 1980. And it's funny, the similarities are pretty crazy because our song Nova Heart, which is our first big song, came out within months of Iran, and very similar drum machine synth song with similar kind of echoey guitars and textures and stuff. And even lyrically, they're both kind of about sort of cosmic things, extraterrestrial interventions of things. We hadn't even known each other. I joke with Mike sometimes that it's like we were both abducted by the same aliens that year.
Right.
Yeah, but we first met in '82. It was the Police Picnic, which was like a giant concert here in Toronto, about 60,000 people. First big show we'd ever done, and it was Police, Talking Heads, Joan Jett, a bunch of other bands, and Spoons and Flock of Seagulls were kind of the two young bands on the bill. And I never really got to meet the guys from the band, but we took a quick picture. I have a great photo you've seen before with all our big hair and stuff. And then flash forward like 37 years, I see Mike again at a charity thing, and in Mississauga, which is near Toronto, and the rest is history. We hit it off right there, and soon after he asked me to join the band.
Well,
and so the Spoons like a kind of similar kind of thing. Very, very influenced by the British sound was happening at the time. People always assumed we were a British band because we sounded like OMD, Ultravox, Simple Minds, that kind of thing.
Right. You mentioned Nova Heart, and one of the people that was asking me questions, they just said that they're Canadian, and they were surprised that Arias and Symphonies isn't so much. I guess it doesn't have as much wide reception from the U.S. You know, because it's such a and it really is a great record, man. But
Yeah, I mean, it's always in somebody's top 10 list and stuff. And, I mean, it did well in, that whole album did well in the coasts, you know, like New York and California. And I mean, we meet guys like Richard Blade on these things, and he remembers very well, you know, played Nova Heart when it was out. And we did really great on K-Rock. And it's just Middle America wasn't quite ready,
sure,
for the thing we were doing. And we were, you know, we were kind of a little what do you call it, arrogant, you know, saying, oh, we don't care about getting radio play, you know, we just wanted to be clever and you know, a little pompous and stuff, so it kind of took us a couple of years to get more mainstream.
well, how old were you when that was out?
Oh, we were a pretty young band. I think, like, when we first started, I think it was like 18, and
Wow.
Benny was like 16, and our keyboard player was 15, you know,
God,
it was like,
teenagers,
so
man.
it was a young band, but by the time Nova came out, I was like early 20s, but yeah, it was really young, but so were the Flock guys, right? It was,
Right.
that's what made us good, I think, because we were kind of naive a little bit, and we kind of created our own sound from scratch, you know. I was never even a cover band before. I just started writing my own songs.
Really, you never did the cover thing to work your way into that.
No, I couldn't. Sorry?
You weren't into the cover scene at all before that.
No, because, well, no, I was too young. I mean, in high school, I played in a high school band. I played saxophone, and that, you know, that kind of thing, and I fiddle around with that kind of stuff. But I started writing when I was like 10 years old, writing
Wow.
songs. And I kind of kept them hidden until new wave hit, and you know, it was kind of a good time because it was like anything was possible, right? It could be, it doesn't even matter how good you were in your instrument, just what kind of weird sounds you can squeeze out of it, and what new sounds you can up with.
Who were you into then?
In the early 80s,
Yeah.
you know, like before I discovered all the sort of the more great Brit bands, I mean, I really like Talking Heads a lot. Lyrically, I was really influenced by David Byrne, that kind of thing. And then when I discovered like Simple Minds and stuff like that, it was so, the early stuff,
Yeah.
really old stuff. And then Ultravox, OMD, and that kind of thing. Yeah, I always liked that tone, and that's why John Hunter, who produced our first album, he's a British producer, and he'd done stuff like Japan and Roxy Music and stuff like that, and the Reflex, which is, you know, that song Politics of Dancing.
Oh yeah.
So that was exactly what we were sort of after.
Oh my gosh. Hang on, just one sec. I'm so sorry. This is the time right now when my son decided that he's going to take the attic open while I'm doing this Facebook Live. So good timing. Anyway,
What happened?
my son just decided that he's going to open the attic door.
For school, actually.
Hey, this is Nolan. Nolan, say hi to everybody on Facebook. Nice.
Hey, guys.
Awesome. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that, Gord. Well, you know what? You just mentioned, like you said, you flash forward to 30 years later, and you did this charity event with a flock of seagulls, and they asked you to join. That's a huge jump in between, you know. But um, a bunch of my friends that are here don't know the story about how this happened, right? So we don't have to get into details about transition, but I know that,
Yeah, I mean,
like our friend Claudia,
yeah.
well, a bunch of our friends here are huge fans of the old school Flock of Seagulls, right? And then you know there's a camp out there that just says, you know, if it's not the original guys,
Absolutely.
and I know that internally we really respect the original guys in the band. There's no animosity or anything, and we're fortunate to be in it.
Yeah.
But how did this happen that you and Mike
Well, you know, I
reconnected?
could tell those guys, because I could tell those people, and I totally understand, because we've had some band changes in the Spoons over the years. Like
Sure.
Danny and I are the two originals, but we've had some people who will never forget the original keyboard player and drummer. All I can say is that I have total respect for Paul's stuff, you know, what he did. I mean, I thought it was brilliant when I first saw him. I was more impressed by the Flock that day when we played than the Police and Talking Heads, because they were so unique, different, right? I really love that sound, and I hope Paul, you know, sees, if you ever got to see me play, or that you go, you know what, he's really paying homage to it. Like the guy that you had before me was like a great guy, a great player. He was like a session kind of guy, really. You know, he could probably play anything, he could play circles around me, but I don't think he cared as much about being true to the art. I mean, I brought back the gear, you know, the JC120 amps, the Firebirds, the same pedals and stuff, and the simplicity of the sounds, and just in the attitude that went behind it. So I really totally pay respect to it, and really, I'm a big fan too. You know, I'm not just a when the guy
Yeah.
comes in to play the parts.
I think we're kind of both there, right? I mean, we're big fans of the band before we started playing, so it makes it more, I think, enjoyable for us. But also, I think the fans get to appreciate the fact that we play it as if we're expressing our fanaticism for the band. If that makes sense. But
Oh yeah.
I,
Oh no, I'm really. I tell Mike all the time what great songs they are. They're super simple.
yeah, but that's
That's
just
what,
that's because you're kissing his
good stuff.
ass.
That's the genius. That's the genius behind it.
That's just you
It's
kissing
just
his
a
ass.
style, you know. Yeah.
I'm teasing you.
And I will never forget the first I only had one rehearsal with you guys before our first gig, like almost 2 years ago. It was
Right.
before a Halloween gig, and the moment I started playing with you guys, you made me feel like part of it. It was amazing. I was so nervous coming in there, thinking like, what are these guys going to think of me? And right away, you guys were like, I think you came over and gave me a hug right away. It was like, what? I'm in.
Well,
You made me feel so comfortable.
yeah, man. Well, I think I met you actually. Man, many years before, right, at Indian Motorcycle Club back in early
And you
2000s.
told me that later.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd forgotten that.
But the hug, everybody gets the hug, as you know, until social distancing became a thing. But um,
Yeah, what are you going to do now? You have like this addiction to hugging.
oh yeah, Gord,
You can't survive without it.
I'm fucked. Sorry, man, but it's I'm trying to figure it out. Right now, I just hug the crap out of my boys here at the house, and I've got my pug.
Of course, yeah.
Honestly, okay, so
You hug on the walls, pillows, whatever you can find.
the hug I'm missing.
Your poor dog must be just in pain, right?
Yeah, no, I miss your dog. Gord has this incredible Great Dane, Luca, who has become she was like my secondary girlfriend. I had a crush on this dog. He's got the dog that's
Dog, I know.
so what's she like now? Is she cooped up and stir crazy at home?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She senses stuff. I mean, animals sense something's going on. They're like looking at us, like, what's wrong? And sometimes they kind of come over and want to console you or something. It's like, is everything okay, guys? They got this look in their face, like, yeah, they sense it,
Yeah,
And especially because my wife Megan, she's a pharmacist, right?
Right.
So you get a little stressed when she has to go to work. It's very stressful that she has to be there, and I think she picks up on that. So when she leaves, she's all kind of sad, and then it's like going away on tour,
Yeah.
And then she comes back at the end of the day. It's like it's been gone for weeks, just hopping around, like, oh, thank God you're back.
Equally harrowing, right? Going to school in the medical or going to work in the medical profession or going on tour. They're both dangerous and crisis. But I.
Yeah, when do you think they're going to be back? I mean, there's all these. I'm so glad that some things are slowly opening in Europe and in the States. I know it's very scary.
Yeah.
It's a very scary thing to do, and I really hope it works. But luckily, somebody's going to try it somewhere. It's going to try it.
Yeah. Well, if it's going to be tried, it'll be in Florida, I'm sure, in the U.S. when it gets tried, because that's just where everything crazy gets tried. But I'm not even speculate honestly. I mean, I told you I'm sort of hoping for the best and planning for the worst in terms of gigs. Tons of people that are on the Facebook thread right now are people that were planning on coming out to see us at these different shows. And I think, we've already missed, Disney World was going to happen a couple weeks ago. And we were going to be doing that Mexico cruise and the Catalina thing next month. And obviously those aren't happening. But you know what, rather than look at the things that we're missing, I mean, obviously this is kind of a new transition, right, for musicians and bands. I mean, they're going to have to figure out ways to navigate online for a little while and be connected with their friends and fans. To be honest, Gord, I have a hard time like calling people fans just because I'm such a fan of the music too, and I really
you're right.
I consider everybody out there to be our friends, right? Just different levels, right? But there are a bunch that I've got looking forward to that are still like on our calendar that we haven't yet canceled. But anything in particular like in our future that we have booked that you don't want to let go of? I can guess, but I want you to tell me.
Well, the gigs that were sort of booked that
Are in question now.
Probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, the big ones like the Greek Theater. Oh my God, that was and of course that one and the big Vegas show is always amazing. The Mountain Winery in Saratoga.
Oh my God.
Great. I mean, every show is amazing, but those are just great locales.
Right.
Great vibes. Oh man, there's so many places, that every year have become routine and like part of our summer. Coney Island.
Yeah, right.
That's like part of my summer now. And that's part of life and the experience. Or even Detroit, that place, that Aretha Franklin Theater on the water there. And
beautiful.
You kind of assume, like everybody has things in life, they assume, well, every year it's going to be this, and all of a sudden there's this big bookmark in our world
right.
that just sort of puts everything on hold for a second. It's like, what?
Change of plans.
Everything we thought was reality is now stopped.
Yeah, I know. The rug kind of gets pulled out. I mean, it sucks for us because it's so liberating and fulfilling, right? To be on stage together. Man, dude, I love playing with you, and our band has become family, right? But
oh yes, absolutely.
But this outer family of people that are coming to these shows, if there are ways that we can share some of this stuff, I mean, I don't know that there's a way to do much in the way of live performance. There's just so much latency.
Yeah, we've tried that. Yeah, we were looking into it, and it's just the problem of latency or delay between the signals.
Yeah.
So it's really tough to perform, especially over the internet. Internet speeds are different. I don't know what the thing is, but I thought it would be so easy. When you see like the Rolling Stones a couple of nights ago doing that thing from each of their homes, right?
Right.
But the only way they can really accomplish that, even though I noticed it was a little bit out of time, but that could just be the Stones, I don't know, but is that they would most likely record their parts ahead of time.
Right.
That's what a lot of these people are doing.
They
kind of have it, and then one person, plays along with the other, and then the next one plays with the other, because there's too much danger of losing the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I would just love to jam. I would love to get together and just jam with you guys.
I know it, man.
The songs, whether it's the Flock or the Spoons or anybody.
Yeah, there's a misconnection that we have as musicians, right? That's more than just missing out on hugs and personal connection, right? But the experience you have on stage and getting to share that stuff with the public is something that we'll have to we're hoping to be able to get back to. But you mentioned these shows. When our friend Claudia reminded me to speak slower because I'm a fast speaking chatty guy, but.
I'm probably worse than you. I gotta go there.
But I had a bunch of questions that people were asking me. I want to answer, tell you some of these questions, ask you these questions, but also I just Terry Walker, buddy, he just said that the Stone stuff was pre-taped, but he's this amazing production guy up in Toronto, and he just sent me a link of the show that we did at Bud Stage in Toronto last summer with Corey Hart. And the footage looks so good, Gord. I mean, honestly, they had like a 4-camera shoot. Audio was fantastic, and I just saw it last night. So it's great, man. I'll share it with you and the band, and then we'll figure out how to release it. Terry said they want to make sure that they can get permission from us before they put that stuff out. But we'll share it. We'll all communally share it. There are some questions that are happening right here on the chat, so I'm going to get those first, and then I want to ask you some of the questions, if that's cool. Again, catching people up that are just jumping in. GORD, DEPPE, the lead singer and founding member and guitarist from the Spoons in Canada, is also the kick-ass guitarist and my brother in a flock of seagulls. And so I'm getting to introduce you guys to his magic. All right, so a couple of people were asking these questions. Let's see. Number one, Mike May wants to know, should I even ask, how did GORD marry such a beautiful woman? Meg, as we yell. Well, no, it doesn't have to be musical. There are no rules in my book here. So,
no, that's right.
Yeah. How'd you first meet Meg?
Just through friends and stuff like that. We're just good friends for a while, but we're very similar. We're like two kids, I'm very not your typical, musician. I don't think.
Thank God.
I'm a pretty straight, normal guy, and like yourself, and I never put any pretenses on or anything. And she's really down to earth, and she's from a PEI, which is Prince Edward Island, which is a very small province, an island of its own on the East Coast, and people are just very, very old-fashioned and very kind and it's a free under their own. Plus, they got, talking about COVID, they're kind of isolated. They got so few cases there. They've done a great job there. I don't know what's going on.
Is her family still
Yeah,
there?
we just met. Sorry.
Is her family in PEI still?
Yes. Oh yeah. Her
Okay.
mom's there. We talked to her, and she's like in her 80s, and her sister and her husband and cousins and nephews and lots of them. Yeah. It's a beautiful place. I get to go there. Charlottetown is like a little piece of Scotland or Ireland. It's
Wow.
quite something.
I'd love to. Book us
Yeah.
a gig, will you?
Plus, it's the home of Anne of Green Gables.
Oh,
Have you
really?
heard of that?
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
they have a big musical there.
That
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
love to.
so we met through music, and we're like two. And I never believed in stuff like we're like soulmates and stuff like that, but we're like that. We're like best friends, and just great. You know, we just do everything, share everything together.
She's
Yeah.
she's
So I don't know. I don't know if this really answers the question. I don't
it
like
does. I mean, I think it was a little bit facetious, but you know, anybody that's met Meg knows like she is the most kind, sweet, loving person ever.
Thing, right?
Yeah, she's beautiful inside and out. So I'm glad that Mike asked that because people that haven't met her will freaking fall in love with her the minute they meet her. You know, so. You know, Bill Montagna, he just mentioned his good friend Mike used to play drums for a flock of Seagulls, and he said, I'm doing a good job since I took over. You never got to meet Michael Brom yet, man, but he's somebody that I just admire a lot. He was with the band for a long time, and I was a buddy of his long before I joined the band too. And I do appreciate the fact that people that knew Michael and other members of the band can still appreciate our contribution to the band, and they accept us. That's a good thing because yeah, I've nothing but love and respect for all the previous cats, man. James Jelvig, my buddy, and you met him in Wolverhampton. He's the school teacher that I went to middle school with, and he just said, "Gord, you make the Firebird look so cool." That's those Firebirds, your Firebird. You know, you've got that purple Gibson Firebird that is just if it's
Well, I
like
got a couple. I think for the British truck, I took my white one. I have an old white or cream one and a sunburst one. I never played those. They're Gibson. They're kind of strange shapes and stuff. But it's kind of a unique look that Paul had for a lot of the videos. And I thought, but now I love playing them. They're just great guitars.
they feel good.
Yeah, it feels really good. And people don't think they'd be comfortable to play, but it's the opposite. I mean, it's kind of large, right? When you play a regular guitar, it feels like a little toy compared to this thing. And it's kind of part of the sound, too. It's kind of like a cross between a Fender and a Gibson, that sort of clarity you get, but more in a mini humbucker. But then with the Roland, JC, those chorus amps, are part of that classic sound. But the thing is, a lot of that stuff I use with the Spoons.
Really?
So it wasn't a big jump for me. I use JC 120s. They use the same little pedals and a lot of echo and chorus. So when I came to your rehearsal that first time, I really didn't know the songs that well yet.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
In my DNA, that style, and I still do with the Spoons. So it was pretty comfortable right away.
The guitar, all I had to do was see the guitar when you walked in. I knew you were the one. Jason Fellman, who is somebody else too, that is a dear friend of mine, and he's a booking agent and a wicked drummer here in Portland. I'm going to do another conversation with him, in this sort of format. Hopefully, get the video thing working out. But he just asked how Flock managed to score a kick-ass drummer, such a kick-ass drummer, and we all know that that's just not true. But I'm really, really fortunate to have this gig, man. It's awesome. I love it. Oh, you know what? Megan Depp joined this Facebook Live, so this is good. She's there, hearing about us talk about it. Jim Jelvig.
They were talking to people who might not know who the Spoons are, and I hope they'll check us out. You mentioned RE-70's Noble, which is right from the beginning, in the very early years, like Time of Iran. But we just put a new album out called New Day, New World, which is, I think, the best album. The first album and this last one. There's a lot of stuff in between. Like, we were on Rush's label for a while.
Yeah.
Same management, Ray Daniels and Anthem Records. We got signed to Rush because Rush kind of liked us. I mean, Neil Peart said he liked my lyrics, and that's pretty amazing. He's a master lyricist. And then we were produced by Nile Rodgers, did 2 of our albums. One of the biggest producers in the world.
You bet.
Right after the Let's Dance album at the Power Station in New York City. We're still the only Canadian band he's ever produced, and we did 2 records together. We've had a lot of great people. Our first album, we
Oh, really?
afterwards I went off to do U2. So everybody along the way was all these really talented people gravitated to us because I don't think they knew what to make of us because we were just so different. Like I
Yeah.
said, we weren't concerned about airplay or we were a bit stupid at the beginning. Now I'm really concerned about airplay. But back then we were just we're just like, oh, whatever, we're gonna be ourselves and cool. And we were into really obscure stuff, like flying lizards and Hagen and sort of more quirky stuff. And but then we kind of slowly realized, we got to sell some records.
So really, so you changed your songwriting, you think, on just based on making it
Oh
more
yeah,
palatable and commercial?
no, you haven't sort of making fun of it, but there was one album before Arias and Symphonies, that big one that put us on the map with
Yeah.
Nova Heart. It was called Stick Figure Neighborhood, and it's totally out there. It sounds like a cross between Talking Heads and Devo, but really, really quirky. It's like
God.
it threw everything into it, just trying to find our sound. And I think it took us that album to figure out, we want to become more grand and more sophisticated and not so strange. But
The new
carry over some of that in our music. It's never became totally mainstream. We always had this little bit of strange to our music. I think I mentioned it's our 40th anniversary. Did I say that? It's our 40th
You didn't mention it, no, but do mention it. That's a big deal, man. And you've been putting videos out.
It's not a good year for touring. It's not a good year for touring, obviously, but we'll have to put it off till next year.
But the videos,
people definitely check it.
I mean, honestly, there's a bunch of video content, right? So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, like up here in Canada, we have something called Much Music, which is like MTV in the States. And we were on the very first episode of Much Music in Canada. That's how far back we go. And the first episode it started off with Much Music. We have videos by Duran Duran, Howard Jones, and the Spoons. That's how it began. And when it came time for this album, people said, "You can do a video?" I said, "No." Like, do people even listen to watch videos anymore? Because it's kind of the last thing, right? And they said, "Well, just do it for your fans. Put them on YouTube." And I said, "Okay, we'll just." But I said, "If you're going to do video, it's got to be different. It can't just be a bunch of guys, lip syncing to their song on a stage, and it's got to have something that will catch people's attention." And I met this fellow, Peter Sacco, who had one of these reality shows, these ghost hunter shows, where you go into the haunted house with night vision goggles and the little gadgets and things, the meters, and say, let's do a video that looks kind of like one of those things. So he did, and because he's more of a filmmaker than he's never really done a rock video before, he said, "You know what? I'm going to submit these in film festivals." And wouldn't you know it, up to now it's over 40 film festivals around the world that's been accepted,
Oh my
but
God.
half of them it's won.
Wow.
From Bollywood to Hollywood to Cannes in France, Berlin, Vienna, South America, in Africa now, in Asia. It's crazy. So we're getting seen at these screenings, for this stupid little video that I never thought was even worth doing.
Do you think it's bringing a new audience to you?
Yeah. Sorry?
You think it's bringing a new audience to Spoons now, just this much later?
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. It's like, and then it's also the other cool thing about it. It's part of a 3-part series, so it's like a to be continued at the end of each one. It's sort of a lot of paranormal stuff in it. The second one, the first song was called "The First and Last Time."
Yeah.
Find that on YouTube. The second one is "All the Wrong Things in the Right Places."
Love it.
And that's sort of more alien kind of imagery. And the third one we were supposed to do now, but we can't because it's for a song called "Beautiful Trap," and we couldn't do it obviously because we couldn't get together to film.
Right.
So I'm really going on here, but I'll just wrap it up quick. Is that Peter, the director, said, "You know what? I could do a video, maybe not for that song, but you have a song on the album called Landing Lights.
Right.
Very moving when you listen to the lyrics and what people are going through right now. So I can put something together, and you can just film something on your iPhones at home, just lip syncing some words or whatever, and I'll mix it in with imagery of the world, how things are, and frontline workers and stuff. And this thing has gotten so much attention. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's sort of our homage to the guys on the front line and people putting their lives on the line, as well as people who are going through this.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
That's important.
Videos have a life after all.
Didn't it? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't your son Matthew have something to do with that song as well?
Yeah, he's a really good writer himself, and 2 of the songs on the album he they were his original ideas. They started off as his idea, and I said, "What's that?" And I sort of, went from there. I mean, we co-wrote them together. Landing Lights and another one called Life on Demand.
God, that's...
Yeah, he was my cameraman for my scenes of the video.
Really?
On the iPhone.
Oh, that's cool. That's... You got to be proud, man, to have that. You know, it's nice to be able to share the stuff with our kids, right? So you got two.
Yeah.
You got two children?
Three.
Oh, that's right. Two daughters and Matthew.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
We can get into family time, but I have a whole bunch of questions that people that are asking. I want to ask these questions really quick because people are interested in you.
Please, yeah.
Jim Jelvik again. He said, "What comes first with your songwriting, lyrics or a riff or chord progression?"
Oh, definitely the music.
You come up
the words kind of come naturally out of the. I have a very weird way of writing. I just come up with a great melody and chords, and I sort of sing in this strange made-up language. And some of these words will come out of it.
Really?
Like,
when
it tumbles out of your mouth. I very rarely will go like, I don't think I've ever sat down and said, well, I have to write a song about, the meaning of life or something. No, I start going, like, I'll be singing one of our big hits, Romantic Traffic. I was probably going, we're kind of singing like my gibberish.
Yeah.
And maybe a car went by, and I heard a car going in the traffic, and it just sort of almost train of thought way of writing, right?
Wow.
And I found that really interesting. Then once I have that established, then I'll fill in the blanks with verses and stuff. But yeah, a lot of it sort of comes almost like from out of thin air in a way. It's very weird. I could never be a staff writer for a record company or something. I'd be useless. But
that's
it's very interesting.
Yeah, no, the gibberish. I like that. I think because I can blame that on my creative process. All the gibberish that comes out of my mouth, I could just tell you that I'm working on songs, and you won't look at me funny.
Well, I'm really good. Yeah, I'm really good. If I forget my words on stage, I can fill it in with whatever. You'll never notice. Like I used to perform in the early days of the Spoons. I would perform songs without the lyrics even being done yet.
Really?
Oh yeah, I just make stuff up and yell and
nobody knows.
Whatever.
That's a beauty of
your
originals, man. Nobody will know, right? So.
Yeah, you can just I know that I did it again. If you listen to it, I mean, the middle part of all the things in the right places, all the wrong things in the right places.
Yeah.
Which is the second single. There's a middle section where there's all this sort of random yelling and talking, and it's supposed to be like a street scene kind of thing. None of that is actual language. It sounds like I'm saying something, but if you listen to it carefully, I'm just nothing. I'm very good at that.
You're very good at that. Yeah, I'm good at gibberish as well. Ed Sousa's chiming in a lot on the Facebook text, and anybody that hasn't met Ed out there should know that Ed is a big part of the connection between Spoons and A Flock of Seagulls, and one of my dearest friends. And I know he feels like he's family to you too, man. So he said to throw a stick across the border. And anybody that doesn't quite know about my appreciation for my Canadian brethren is, I'm desperately trying to become a citizen of. I feel like I'm already a citizen of Canada in many ways, man. You guys all become family, but everybody that I've ever connected with up there just feels more like home. So
Well, you're not. It's pretty hard not to like you. You're such a warm guy and like I said, you made me feel welcome to the band, like beyond words the first time. I think it was the very first gig I did with you guys. Each one of you came over, like you got off your drums and hugged me on stage in front of everybody. Like, who does that?
I know. Like, oh my God. I'm probably not supposed to, but
he put his arm around me. And it's like, wow, like first gig. And
yeah.
I wasn't even perfect yet. I was still learning. And
wait, you're perfect now? Are you perfect now?
Sorry?
You said you weren't even perfect yet. So
I know. Who wants to be perfect?
No, that's for sure, man. Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a couple questions from Claudia. She's in Germany, and she actually set her alarm so that she could be up and ask some things to you. So the first thing is you had this book, Spoonfed, that you released a couple years ago. She wants to know if it's available in German.
No.
Not. You're of German descent. Can you translate?
That'd be a tough job.
English.
One copy.
English only. That's it.
Yes, only English. Sorry.
All right, but we can find it on Amazon, right?
Oh yeah, it's on Amazon and Chapters and Indigo. I mean, I wrote before I even wrote music. I thought I've always been pretty good at writing, and didn't want to make it your typical autobiography. Talking about partying on the road and stuff. It's more like I think more like a Stephen King book. About a kid growing up and how weird things affected him and made him into a musician, from the Twilight Zone to everything that's affected me in all the little details. I kind of don't see that much in autobiographies sometimes, or biographies where they kind of talk about the big picture. I love the really strange little details that shape somebody.
Yeah.
It could be the smallest thing,
Yeah.
An episode of the Banana Splits or something.
A
certain guitar you saw some guy use on the Lawrence Log Show as a 10-year-old kid, how it inspired you, because those are the things that make you different, right? All the crazy things that make you unique as a kid growing up, and then you got to hold on to those things for your life.
Yeah, that's true, man. Those crazy, weird things that happen to you that are formative in life seem to continue to happen to us on the road. I love that we could have a whole separate book on just the few years that you and I have spent together on the road.
I want the Kevy book.
Yeah, that book. Yeah, man. That's.
You got a lot quiet there.
Yeah, I just.
Talk about Twilight Zone. All trying to think of things to do while we're.
Yeah, there are plenty of Twilight Zone things that have happened.
I've been watching I've got the whole box set they gave me.
Of Twilight Zone?
I started from the beginning. There's like 170 episodes or something. They got this big box set. I'm slowly going through it. Oh my God, it's still amazing.
Yeah.
It still creeps me out the same as when I was a kid. I think it's affected my view of life and lyric writing and everything more than anything else I can think of.
I'm sure.
It's just, it's crazy.
Morbidity. One of these questions, I mean, we talked a little bit about how the Seagulls, the new version of the Seagulls came together, but Claudia was asking, this is a really good one, and people ask me this all the time. Do we ever have problems where your gig bookings with the Spoons conflict when Flock has gigs booked? Like, because I know for me personally, it's tough. I played a couple of bands locally in Portland, and whenever I get some sessions, and I really have to make sure that they understand that A Flock of Seagulls is my number one priority. You've already had this established relationship for 40 years with your band, where they're almost equal. It's almost like you've got two marriages, right? Where there's an equal understanding. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
How do you?
So far, it's been pretty good. I've missed a few. I had to give up on either one.
Yeah.
It was funny because from the very beginning, I told Mike, I've got my own band. He said, "Oh, that's fine. I like that. I'm glad when he respects it. I got my own thing, and we have mutual respect for songs and all this stuff." And he said, if you can't make a show, I can find a sub. And I think the problem is once we got the swing of it and we really gelled as a family. I said to him, well, here we go. I've got a gig and I said, no, I want the whole band.
Yeah.
once the gig really comes up. And that's nice though, because it's not. I don't want to be interchangeable.
Yeah.
We have to get somebody in the pinch. There's some guys out there who helped out, like Chris and stuff. And it's I think we have a unit that's we don't have any what he calls a dispensable crewman like a Star Trek.
Right.
So I get a integral part of it. And so there's been a few times I had to lose some Spoons gigs and a few Flock gigs, but I remember I haven't missed anything good. Remember the one I missed last year? Was it, I think?
Oh, buddy.
Where you got rained out like one song into the concert.
Oh, well, we should have been rained out, but no, we kept going. Yeah, we're playing Summerfest in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, like the biggest music festival in the world. For I guess over a course of 10 days, they have like over 1 million people that go, and this rainstorm. Like Dave Matthews was on, and Rick Springfield were on. They were all right around the same time that we were on different stages, and this rainstorm came in that was torrential. The rain came down so hard, and we happened to be during the song Rainfall that somebody shot some footage. But the rain was so bad. This is not like a regular rainstorm. And this is nuts where the rain, and we were completely exposed, right? So the rain is just splashing off the cymbals and splashing off the keyboards. And we just kept going, because they kind of gave us a heads up, like, hey, we're going to pull the plug. And the guy's going to give us he's, giving us the cut off thing. But Mike had sunglasses on. I think he saw him, but we just kept going. And finally, the guy came out and threw a tarp over Mike's keyboard and pushed us back. But yeah, my triggers got all screwed up, but
Yeah, when your gear get wrecked,
Yeah, it was crazy. I've never seen so much rain, but the people stayed, Gord. They were playing, they stayed when we played, and then they told them, hey, we're going to hold off and make people, we're going to stop the music until this passes. And so people stayed for like half hour, 45 minutes before they finally just called it,
Yeah.
called it good. Oh, yeah, Melinda Hall was there. She just said it was sideways rain. So the Summerfest
But
flood.
see, I still I didn't miss anything. You know, like I mean, most recently, I couldn't do a gig. Can we talk about that? That we were called last minute
Oh,
to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
An 80s cruise. This is at the beginning of March, just as this was breaking, right? And I think B-52s pulled out a couple other bands, and they wanted us to fly in partway through, and they were offering crazy money. I'm thinking this is too good to be true. And this is when we were all kind of hoping it wouldn't really blow up, you know.
Right.
But I had two other things I so badly, you know, like turning it down. But oh my God, as I was watching that ship, and it was right around the time all these cruise ships were coming back from Miami, and they wouldn't let them, you know, dock and stuff. So we could have been on there, and that was a ship with like 3,500 people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought Los 80s, another 80s cruise.
Right, the 80s cruise.
So yeah, so there's another one. Good thing that we didn't get on that one. You never know what's going to happen. So.
But we're booked for next year.
I picked the important. Huh?
We're booked for it next year. You get an opportunity again.
Oh, great.
Yeah. It is pretty incredible. You just got to, really quarantine yourself on the boat, No more hugs for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, one of those big bubbles, one of those big see-through ball things we roll down the hill with.
Yeah. Let's come on stage with those.
Play one of those?
Yeah. It'd be a little tough.
A little audience could be in those things.
Yeah. God, the future of live music is going to be strange. But, another question from Claudia. She said we were traveling a ton in America with the Lost 80s live tour. This was going to be the third year in a row. The last couple of years we headlined, which was amazing, right? I mean, you talked about the Greek Theater and some of these other venues that were awesome, and I think they mixed up some of those band lineups. They had like the Tubes and Romantics and Howard Jones and Thomas Dolby. We had a mix of all these bands. I didn't hear much about what lineup we were going to have for the summer, and who knows if this happens or not. But Claudia asks, you were traveling a lot in America. There are fans that would love this same lineup. Do you think, wouldn't we be interested to travel through Europe with that show?
Well, that was in the works, I think, wasn't it? I think there was somebody interested. I think somebody visited England last year instead of Scotland, and I think maybe one of the promoters that came in partway through that wanted us to come back to England, and then asked us if we were interested in some things. I think there was Germany, there was Switzerland, there was France. I think there were some other inquiries for sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen, but I don't think they could afford to bring the whole package over.
Right.
I think it would just be Flock or a couple other things. So that's a big. I don't even want to know what the price tag on that big show is.
Right.
The full lineup.
Yeah.
But,
I know Belgium. W Fest is supposed to happen in Belgium again.
Yeah.
That when we did that last time, that was Bow Wow Wow. We played with Kim Wilde, and Animotion was there. Who else was on that gig?
That was a big one.
That was cool.
And there were two stages, right? It's funny. There was one. It looked like Cirque du Soleil, the big giant striped tents, and there'd be a band playing in one tent, and the other tent would be completely empty. And it's probably the tent, the top of the tent that holds 5,000 people or something.
Right.
It's insane, right? So
you got really muffly for a second there, Gord.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's like, is that better?
Yep, perfect.
Yeah, so this, these giant tents, and you'd be doing sound check, there was nobody there. And I remember the other tent was like screamo metal or something. Remember that? It was like a
that's
very
true.
heavy European.
That's right.
Screamo bands, and then they would rush over in between and watch some '80s music, then rush back to the other stage. And, it was funny.
That was cool. Yeah.
They enjoyed everything. It seems like their taste for music is pretty broad.
Yeah. I think Claudia's question was great. I mean, I think European audiences are certainly receptive, and they're really, really interested in the '80s thing, which is, it's kind of a global thing. Everybody appreciates the era, but I hope we get to go over and do it. We'll just have to see, what comes from, this the passing of the pandemic. But you know, what I really hope, Gord, is that we can, we can sort of share some of this stuff live together when we're back out on the road again.
Yeah,
I love doing the Facebook lives when we're touring because for me it was a selfish thing, right? I want my kids to be able to experience the touring that we've been doing, and so I would post it primarily so that my parents back in Montana and my kids could enjoy,
yeah. Oh, they're
But
great. I love those things. I love them. I wish I was as good as you were at doing them. You
uh,
just have a natural thing. You
no,
just paste those all together and make your little road movie.
right,
The
yeah.
whole tour.
Well, we need to do it again, and hopefully we can do this more. That we can share some of these experiences because I,
Oh, please. I would love to. Yeah.
I, I I think at this point I really appreciate the fact that you guys have been sharing some of your stuff. The Spoons music, and I'm trying to find archives of really fun flock shows that we've done the last couple of years that I could post. That
Yeah.
it keeps the for me it just keeps the sort of light alive and shares the music with people that can't come. And
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, buddy, we get to ride again soon, so that we can
Yes.
span the globe one more time.
Absolutely. We will. We will. And we'll look back at this and hopefully learn something and appreciate it even more than we have before.
You finding some silver linings in all this in the break right now?
Not right now, but I will one day.
I, you know,
I think a lot of people are going to appreciate things. It's kind of a cliche, but it really gives you time to think about
yeah, I,
what's really important and what's not, and hopefully that won't fade away. A few months after everybody's healthy again,
yeah,
get back to their routines, but hopefully they'll look at things a little bit differently and maybe value things more than we did before.
I,
Yeah.
I agree. I like that. I believe that they will. I've seen a lot of transformation in people. Me personally, I needed to slow down, So if
Yeah.
it gave me an opportunity to just kind of look at the things that are really important, I do
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. So, it's unfortunate that people have to put their lives at risk and
Well, that's
pass.
the thing. That the casualties are a sad thing, but and more people I talk to think this is like we're going to come out of this as a better world.
Oh, yeah,
It's going to, if that's true, and we had to go through this for some strange cosmic reason, then I guess so be it.
yeah. No, that's like I said, let's plan for that. Do everything we can to make sure that we can contribute to that side of things. Cool.
Yeah. Yes, and I might even learn to catch a drumstick.
Ah, man. Well, we can practice, right? We
It'll be
live
a new world.
we live too far away to practice this stuff. So what I want you to do is you can practice with Meg and Luca,
Yeah.
right? So
All right. Well,
yeah,
Luca will intercept. Luca will intercept the stick and run away with it and chew
that's
it
true.
up.
Yeah, I expect you to do the same. All right, my
All right.
friend. Listen, I really appreciate you taking time to just catch up with people here and with me. I miss you. I love you. I'm uh,
No, I might you too, pal.
I'm glad you're healthy.
All right. Keep your hair purple.
I got some work to do, man. I got quarantine hair in the bad way.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people let their hair go. You got to keep that color up.
Yeah,
It's,
I've got
it's,
product.
yeah.
It's lavender right now. So,
Okay.
all
That'll
right.
do.
Hey, man. Well, listen. My best to Meg and Matthew and Luca. And please, when you get an
Yeah.
opportunity, please hug my friends there, man. I miss Ed and
Yeah.
Andrew.
They all send their love too, especially Luca.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Hi to
Take
Sandy and
care, pal.
Tony and all the guys, man. Love you, buddy.
Bye bye.
All right. Peace. There you go. GORD DEPPE, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I'm going to do this more often. Hopefully, we can get the video thing squared away because I want to share some really fun experiences with some awesome people. Jason Fellman, a buddy of mine here in Portland, is a booking agent, but more than that, he is really an ambassador of good times, and he's brilliant in the way that he brings people together. He's a phenomenal business guy, and he's based a workshop and a program on using poker principles to drive business decisions. And I'm going to have him talk about that. So tomorrow, we're going to have a conversation with Jason Fellman. And then Friday, we're going to do this with my dear friend Josh Thompson from Wang Chung and Cutting Crew. And he's also an amazing singer-songwriter. And, we're going to round this thing out. I spoke to my buddy Kelly Kigi, drummer and singer for Night Ranger. And he's interested in doing this too. So we're going to figure out the technology and and make this more often. I think this is a great thing. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to just be a voyeur and listen in on a conversation with my buddies. And if you've got more questions for any of these people, send them to me. It's great to pass our time with something productive, right? I love you. Stay healthy, stay safe, be good to each other, and let's get back together soon so we can all hug and be happy. All right? Peace.